Declassified military files offer an unparalleled glimpse into the hidden machinations of governments and their armed forces. These once secret documents, often buried for decades, contain a treasure trove of information about past conflicts, covert operations, and technological advancements. They provide crucial context for understanding historical events. They shed light on the motivations and decisions of those in power. The study of declassified files is essential for piecing together a more complete and accurate picture of the past. The process of declassification, however, is often complex and contested. Governments must balance the public's right to know with concerns about national security and international relations. The release of sensitive information can have far-reaching consequences. It can expose wrongdoing, strain diplomatic ties, or even compromise ongoing intelligence operations. Despite these challenges, the declassification of military files remains a crucial aspect of democratic accountability and historical transparency. The insights gleaned from these documents can challenge long-held assumptions. They can reshape our understanding of key historical figures and events. From the battlefields of World War II to the covert operations of the Cold War, declassified files provide a raw and unfiltered perspective on the realities of conflict and the often secret machinations of power. The Freedom of Information Act, enacted in the United States in 1966, has been instrumental in prying open the vaults of government secrecy. This pivotal piece of legislation was born out of a growing demand for transparency and accountability in government operations, reflecting the public's desire to understand and scrutinize the actions of their leaders. This landmark legislation grants the public the right to request access to federal agency records. It empowers citizens, journalists, and researchers to delve into the inner workings of the government, fostering a culture of openness and democratic engagement. This includes classified military documents. The ability to access such sensitive information once deemed untouchable has been a game changer in understanding the full scope of governmental and military actions. While the FOIA process can be lengthy and often involves redactions to protect sensitive information, it has proven to be a powerful tool for journalists, historians, and ordinary citizens seeking to uncover the truth about government activities. The act of sifting through these documents can reveal hidden stories and provide a clearer picture of historical events. The FOIA process begins with a formal request submitted to the relevant government agency. This request must be specific and detailed, outlining the exact information sought, which can sometimes be a daunting task for those unfamiliar with the bureaucratic language. Agencies are then required to respond within a certain time frame, either by providing the requested documents, citing exemptions that prevent their release, or indicating that the records cannot be located. This response time can vary, and in some cases it may take months or even years to receive a full reply. If a request is denied, requesters have the right to appeal the decision through administrative and judicial channels. This appeals process can be complex and time-consuming, but it is a crucial aspect of ensuring that the government remains accountable to its citizens. The FOIA has been used to expose government wrongdoing, uncover environmental hazards, and shed light on a wide range of historical events. From revealing corruption to highlighting public health issues, the Act has been a cornerstone in the fight for transparency. One notable example is the Pentagon Papers case, in which the Nixon administration attempted to suppress the publication of a classified study on the history of U.S. involvement in Vietnam. The release of these documents was a watershed moment in American history, highlighting the importance of a free press and the public's right to know. The Supreme Court ultimately ruled in favor of the press, affirming the public's right to access government information. This landmark decision underscored the essential role of transparency in a democratic society, ensuring that the actions of those in power are subject to public scrutiny. Declassified military files have had a profound impact on our understanding of past events. These documents, once hidden from public view, have the power to reshape our historical narratives and challenge our perceptions of the past. In some cases, they have confirmed long-held suspicions or provided greater detail about events that were already known. This additional information can fill in the gaps, offering a more complete picture of historical events and the motivations behind them. In other instances, they have completely overturned conventional narratives, revealing hidden truths that have forced historians to re-evaluate their understanding of the past. These revelations can be shocking, as they often contradict the established stories that have been accepted for years, if not decades. The release of declassified files has often sparked public debate and controversy, challenging official accounts and shedding light on uncomfortable aspects of history. This public discourse is crucial, as it encourages a more transparent and accountable examination of historical events. One of the most significant impacts of declassification has been the revelation of government misconduct and wrongdoing. These disclosures can lead to a loss of public trust in institutions and demand for reforms to prevent future abuses of power. For example, the release of files related to the My Lai massacre in Vietnam exposed the horrific truth of the event and the subsequent cover-up by the US military. This not only brought justice to the victims, but also highlighted the need for greater oversight and accountability in military operations. Similarly, the declassification of documents related to the Watergate scandal revealed the extent of President Nixon's involvement in the break-in and subsequent cover-up, ultimately leading to his resignation. This case underscored the importance of transparency and the role of the press in holding leaders accountable. Declassified files have also shed light on the human toll of conflict. These documents often include personal letters, diaries, and first-hand accounts that provide a deeply personal perspective on the impact of war. Letters, diaries, and personal accounts from soldiers and civilians caught in the crossfire provide a visceral and often heartbreaking glimpse into the realities of war. These narratives can reveal the emotional and psychological scars left by conflict, which are often overlooked in official reports and statistics. These personal stories can humanize historical events, reminding us of the individual lives that are forever changed by conflict. By bringing these stories to light, declassified documents help us to understand the true cost of war and the enduring impact it has on those who live through it. The Cold War was a period of intense secrecy and mistrust between the United States and the Soviet Union. This era, spanning from the end of World War II in 1945 to the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, was marked by a series of political, military, and ideological confrontations. The two superpowers, each representing opposing ideologies, capitalism and communism, were locked in a struggle for global dominance. The world watched as these two giants engaged in a high-stakes game of chess, where every move had the potential to escalate into a full-blown conflict. Both superpowers engaged in extensive espionage, propaganda, and covert operations, seeking to undermine each other's influence and advance their own strategic interests. Espionage became a crucial tool in this shadow war, with spies infiltrating government agencies, military installations, and even private corporations. Propaganda was used to sway public opinion and discredit the enemy, while covert operations aimed to destabilize governments and support friendly regimes. The stakes were incredibly high, and the methods employed were often ruthless and cunning. The declassification of files related to the Cold War has provided invaluable insights into this era of global rivalry, revealing the inner workings of intelligence agencies, the development of advanced technologies, and the constant threat of nuclear annihilation. These documents have shed light on the secretive operations conducted by both sides, the technological advancements that were made in the name of national security, and the ever-present fear of a nuclear war that loomed over the world. The information contained in these files has helped historians piece together a more complete picture of the Cold War, offering a glimpse into the minds of the leaders and the strategies they employed. One of the most significant revelations from Cold War declassifications has been the extent of Soviet espionage activities within the United States. Soviet spies managed to infiltrate some of the most sensitive areas of the US government, including the State Department, the Treasury, and even the Manhattan Project, which was responsible for developing the atomic bomb. These spies provided the Soviet Union with critical information that helped them advance their own nuclear program and gain an edge in the arms race. The sheer scale and success of Soviet espionage efforts were truly staggering, and had a profound impact on US national security policies. Files from the Venona Project, a top-secret code-breaking effort that began during World War II, revealed the identities of numerous Soviet spies operating within the US government and other sensitive institutions. The Venona Project was a monumental achievement in the field of cryptography as it successfully decrypted thousands of messages sent by Soviet intelligence agencies. These decrypted messages provided irrefutable evidence of Soviet espionage activities and exposed the identities of many spies who had previously operated with impunity. The revelations from the Venona Project were a wake-up call for the US government and led to a renewed focus on counterintelligence efforts. These revelations shocked the American public and fueled anti-communist sentiment during the early years of the Cold War. The fear of communist infiltration and subversion led to a period of intense paranoia and suspicion, often referred to as the Red Scare. This period saw the rise of figures like Senator Joseph McCarthy, who led aggressive investigations and hearings aimed at rooting out alleged communists from all walks of American life. The impact of these revelations on American society was profound, leading to widespread fear, mistrust, and a fervent desire to protect the nation from the perceived communist threat. Declassified files have also shed light on the development of advanced technologies during the Cold War, such as the U-2 spy plane and the SR-71 Blackbird. These aircraft were marvels of engineering, designed to fly at high altitudes and gather intelligence without being detected by enemy radar. The U-2 spy plane, in particular, played a crucial role in several key moments of the Cold War, including the Cuban Missile Crisis, where it provided vital photographic evidence of Soviet missile installations in Cuba. The SR-71 Blackbird, with its incredible speed and altitude capabilities, represented the pinnacle of Cold War reconnaissance technology. These aircraft, designed for high-altitude reconnaissance, allowed the United States to gather vital intelligence on Soviet military capabilities. The information obtained from these missions was invaluable in shaping US military strategy and ensuring that the nation was prepared for any potential threats. The development and deployment of these advanced reconnaissance aircraft were a testament to the ingenuity and determination of the engineers and pilots who operated them. Their contributions played a significant role in maintaining the delicate balance of power during the Cold War. The declassification of documents related to these programs has revealed the technical challenges, political considerations, and inherent risks involved in Cold War espionage. The development of these technologies required significant investment and innovation, often pushing the boundaries of what was technically possible at the time. The political landscape of the Cold War added another layer of complexity as decisions had to be made with careful consideration of the potential repercussions. The risks involved in these espionage programs were immense, with the lives of operatives and the security of nations hanging in the balance. The insights gained from these declassified documents have provided a deeper understanding of the lengths to which both superpowers went to gain an advantage in this high-stakes conflict.